Exiled Opinions urges you to drink responsibly. We do not condone underage drinking nor driving while drunk. We do not encourage you to take part in the Rotten Tomatoes drinking game and or any of the consumption of alcohol that our hosts and guests partake in. We're idiots. Please discontinue usage if any of the following side effects takes place: dizziness, blackouts, vomiting, nausea, passing out, or your friend drawing genitals on your face. We are not responsible for damage to any of your organs, and you should not be trying to keep up under any circumstances.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the Rotten Tomatoes drinking game. It is that time once again for us to gather around our respective bottles of poison. How the fuck is it going, Farty? So, gonna address the chat quick. We got Pete in the chat. Creepy little book. How's it going, Pete? I'm assuming you're at work tonight. I asked in the chat already, but I'm just assuming as such. Mr. Monopoly, how's it going? Pete is creepy little book. I'm waiting on Herpicus to show up. I'm pretty sure he's gonna show up anytime soon. Mr. Monopoly, how many episodes do you guys do a week? We plan one. It's always the Rotten Tomatoes drinking game. And then we do random streams throughout the week, depending on what kind of bullshittery fuckery comes up that we feel like dunking on.
And hey, Pete, isn't taking the black pill cultural appropriation?
Oh, cool. Pete, we got room for one more if you want to join us, man. We're running everything through Discord because Hangouts likes to fuck up on my machine. So,
I think what Frank's trying to say there, Pete, is after the last few weeks of him asking you, he said, please come on our show, please.
Oh, Pete's been on. Pete's been on before.
He hasn't been when I've been on, so that doesn't count.
Was he on? I think he was on last week. We'll have Raltz as a guest. If Raltz wants to come on, he's welcome to. I think he'd have to go through Nurgle, but we welcome anyone to come on. The only stipulation we have is that you got to join the Discord to get on to the show. Anyone is eligible to join the stream unless you fuck up. And we're pretty loose about that, I think. Right, Farty? We're pretty loose about that.
Yeah, we just crucify you. We don't actually just dismember you and,
yeah,
fillet you.
We'll just staple you to a tree and then we'll leave you there.
Yeah.
I've only
if you fall off, you can live.
Link to the Discord is underneath, is in the description. So if you want to join, you're more than welcome to. We did have a couple of drop-ins the other day. Did you see that, Farty? Couple of drop-ins. They like popped in and then just left, like literally at the same time. Crank Car and Mexadonian. They like hopped in and then just hopped out like almost immediately, from what it looks like.
Yeah, I didn't notice.
Yeah, maybe they were scared away by all the nothing that goes on, or the memeing that goes on in the holding pen.
Yeah, they came on. They heard the accent and thought, "Shit, there's a spider coming through the phone line."
like that scene in what the fuck was it? Nightmare on Elm Street. What was it, 2 or 3? Where Freddy's tongue comes through the phone, or was that the original? I forget.
Yeah, been a while.
He's like, "What? No tongue?"
Yeah.
Hey, there he is. Mr. Monopoly's in the Discord, so we're gonna get him rolled up right away. And yeah. So you ready to just get into this, Farty?
Yeah.
Just have some fun.
Yep.
All right. So tonight,
Yep.
if you haven't read the title, we're doing Crawl. Seems like a grade A monster movie. One of those disaster films. What do you think, Far? Do you think you're gonna go see it?
Probably not.
Yeah, I probably won't
never,
either.
Never really been a creature feature person.
No. I like one from Japan called Meatball Machine. I can't talk about it enough. It's a weird fucking movie. It's a weird fight. I recommend anyone who is a fan of gore fests, especially sci-fi gore fests like Critters. Definitely go check out Meatball Machine. It's a Japanese film. And I want to apologize to everyone off the bat because I'm having problems with the with my USB ports. They're fucking up still. I got to get a new motherboard. So yeah, Mr. Monopoly wants to know what the rules are. The rules are pretty simple on the Discord. Keep all your chat in the on the timeline for the most part, and try and just keep things where they're supposed to go. Other than that, we don't really care what you say, how you say it, what you do, as long as you're not being a complete dick and attacking people. That's really all there is to it. Doku deigns to grace us with his presence. Hi, Doku.
Oh,
He's on mute right now. I think.
yeah, spoke for it.
I think he's still sucking off the cop that pulled him over.
Gotta pay for them tickets.
Got it. Yeah, I got to do it somehow, right? So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna get into the spirit of things. Doku, there's the link for the Rotten Tomatoes thing in the stream chat. There you go, Farty. Nice help. So the first one, we're gonna start out with the very first review. It's verified, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan R for 5 stars. A perfect old-fashioned creature feature. Sam Raimi has still got it, y'all. Sam Raimi didn't direct it. I can see right here, right next to your first review, that it was Alejandro Aja that directed this.
Yeah. Well, if he was over here, he'd be called Alexandri AJ. It's Alejandro. It's Alexandra. Fuckhole.
Yeah, we speak.
We'd actually probably call him Alexandra.
Alexandra. Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
So, are we gonna drink for being an idiot?
Well, with this one specifically, we should put in, like, you know, if they just sound like a retard just rambling something that they like, you know, like, I like tacos, or some shit like that, then, yeah, that's a drink.
Dade's in the chat going, really? Hey, Dade, man, all you gotta do is hop on, dude. All you gotta do is hop on to Discord. You know how to do it by now? Doku's still muted. Doku's still muted. Doku, take the cock out of your mouth. Unmute your mic.
Probably watching midget porn on Pornhub, that's why.
Maybe. Doku likes the midgets.
It could be worse. It could be Camilla Parker Bowles porn.
Here's one, half star. If there was an option, I would give it 0 stars. This movie wasn't even worth it. Oof.
Fucking...
Who the fuck rates a movie 4 out of 5 just because the storm footage was good? If that were the case, fucking Sharknado would be a fucking masterpiece.
Well, wouldn't it be funny if the storm footage actually gets panned as, like, some of the worst CGI in, like, modern times and shit like that? And this dickhead's like, that's the best I know, hey.
Or even better is that it was ripped from fucking CNN or some shit. Or, like, the Weather Channel. They just stolen from the Weather Channel.
Or stolen from the Weather Channel's graphic.
Mr. Monopoly, Crawl. We're talking about Crawl tonight. We're
That
not really
would help.
talking about Crawl. We're just ripping on reviews for Crawl. That's just kind of how the way this works.
Alrighty, Larry L, 2 stars. Blooper after blooper after blooper. Pass this one to the left-hand side.
That's cultural
That left
appropriation.
The left-hand side bit wasn't it?
Mr. Monopoly, there's no spoilers. This is just us reading reviews and shitting on people leaving stupid reviews.
Well, not unless I find a review with a spoiler in it and I decide to be a cunt and just blab it out and then decide to go afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, spoiler alert! Sorry about that.
Oops, did I spoil it? There's the one scene where the alligator gets out. Oh man. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Hey, Dade. Welcome to the show, Dade.
Dade.
No, what I was saying really for was like, I thought it was at 11.
Yeah, I ended up pushing it up a little bit earlier because, I was free.
Well, I thought it was at 11. I'm like thinking, really? I missed it? Really?
No. We're just starting. Mr. Malpley wants to know, isn't Crawl about a giant killer crocodile? No, crocodiles live in dry areas. Alligators.
Well, according to the cover picture.
Huh?
According to the cover picture.
Yeah, it's got
Crocodiles-
alligators,
crocodiles
not
live in-
crocodiles.
you know,
Alligators, not
crocodiles
crocodiles.
crocodiles live in swampy areas and stuff like that, and billabongs and fucking rivers and shit.
Yeah, but they're more accustomed. They're. How do I put this? A crocodile. The only difference between a crocodile and an alligator is that crocodiles like more dry, warm places than alligators do. Alligators like more.
Humid.
Right, they like more humid, more dark places.
Alligators are basically the ones that'll eat Florida man, and crocodiles aren't.
Yeah, you have alligators in Florida. You don't have crocodiles in Florida.
Bet you $10 you do, but they're big pets fucking imported though.
Maybe, yeah. But they're definitely, this movie definitely, as far as I know, takes place in Florida. So
Well, crocodiles, alligators, same shit, different smell. Emus, ostrich, fuck it, who cares?
yeah.
We get what you're saying.
There
Let's see
he
if this
goes.
fucking piece of shit app wants to work.
Yay! There's Doku. Did you pull the cop penis out of your mouth finally?
Wait, I didn't hear him. Only kidding.
Yeah, ask Discord.
You're getting too many fucking speeding tickets, Doku. You need to quit speeding and getting pulled over while drunk.
Oh, there are. That
I
cop
wish-
really loves the blowjobs.
I wish it was a fucking speeding ticket and a blowjob. Fuck.
What'd you do
I would
this
take
time?
that.
Is it
No, I
child
didn't
support
do
payments
shit.
again?
It's just traffic in the fucking DC area is a fucking piece of shit, and I have my boss fucking losing his crap trying to drive cross country, calling me every 2
I'm not an
fucking
Aussie.
goddamn minutes.
Jesus.
Mr. Malopoli wants to know, wait, isn't there a crocodile in Florida, but they live near the Gulf of Mexico? I couldn't tell you. I don't believe so. I don't believe crocodiles live in Florida. I could be wrong. And I'll do some research after the show tonight, but I could be wrong.
They could be freshwater crocodiles.
They could be.
Hmm.
All right, who's next?
Good.
We just finished reading Larry L. 2 stars.
With a Dutchie.
He took the
All
L
right.
and the Dutch.
Alrighty. Duty Man. And he's only doing this one because of the cunt's name. Duty Man. Your name's shit, mate. Or Duty Main, sorry.
Yeah.
There's an I in there.
Yeah.
He's the main shit. He's the shit. That's what his name
He's in
translates into. Only if the rubber breaks. 4 stars. Good
I gotta play
suspenseful
some
movie.
catch up here.
Good suspenseful movie, but different than what I expected. Definitely not a good thing for those wanting a movie to Florida.
Wanting to move to
wanting to move to Florida.
Right.
Yeah, the lead character was very believable. The ending was kind of hokey. No way a helicopter would fly into a hurricane to rescue people. Yep, absolutely not. They
No.
wouldn't do it.
No, they wouldn't.
Oh,
For one, the wind is too choppy.
Well,
It's
there's
like-
just no fucking. There's just too much turbulence. The fucking rotors just can't even fucking generate a lift.
Yeah.
Um,
If you fly a helicopter into a hurricane, you're basically saying, "Hey, I would like to free fall out of the sky in a giant 6-ton ball of steel. Thank you, please."
Well, not so much get free fall out of the sky, more like thrown around very vigorously in a small metal box that'll be hitting the ground at probably near the speed of sound sideways.
We can all agree though that it's their eventual coffin.
Oh, yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
so I found one that made me want to drink real quick. I actually went out and saw this, so I kind of have a personal bias of its low average because two of the people that are in the movie were also in the Maze Runner movies, and these two, the girl and the guy, Barry Pepper. Barry Pepper is one of my favorite. Very disappointing to see him and Kaya, whatever the fuck her last name is, can never say it in this movie. So the thing that I read from Angelica Jade Bastian, I don't know if you guys read it, New York Magazine / Vulture. She says, Crawl is a great example of a simple story exceedingly well told. It's a bloody adventure full of teeth-gnawing turns of fortune, vicious gator attacks, and surprising tenderness that clocks in at a blessed fleet 87 minutes. The only thing I would agree with is the fact that I would not drink to the fact that it's 87 minutes. There wasn't even enough material to be honestly 60 minutes to be total. And that you might as well just make a fucking direct to DVD shit for this. This movie is so fucking subpar. It's like when what's his name who plays Havoc in the X-Men movies did monster trucks, and it's like, you know, just inject coke and heroin and speedballs and shit right into my arms and have an overdose from sheer stupidity.
All right, man. Nice little mini review there. Doku, go ahead, man. I know you got something for us.
No, go ahead and take a read, because I'm still fucking waiting on my shit to boot up. I just got home.
You're still waiting for your shit to boot up? Is it on a 56K modem?
As Comcast.
No, I'm asking you.
Well, there's your problem.
Shit. It's your shit. I mean, did you name it, or is it just going by Mr. Hanky?
I'm just gonna drink fucking obnoxiousness.
Alrighty.
Bad mood.
Since he's trying to boot up, I'll do another one real quick. And Chris Stuckman, please shut up. I had a blast watching this. This is the type of horror film that I need a couple of times a year. Normally, Chris Stuckman doesn't irritate me, and him and a few other people, I'll listen to what they have to say before I go see a movie. But Chris, buddy, wrong. It's wrong. The economy works. Wrong.
God, yeah, oh man, if there's time after we do the drinking game, I really got into it with some fucking retard on Twitter, going,
I was there for that.
You don't know how economy works.
I was there for that.
Oh my God, you and Doku both. I don't know if you're on Twitter, Farty, so you missed out.
No, I'm not on Twitter. I keep telling everybody, if I ever got on Twitter, I'd be probably banned within 30 seconds anyway, so there's no point me even bothering. No point even bothering.
Farty joined the club. I was banned for 2.5 years.
How long did it take you to get the ban, though?
A month and 5 days.
Yeah, see, I see Twitter as like where the sign-up page is. The person who's on the other end of the computer is like the big fucking bouncer that stands out the front of the fucking nightclub, and he just sees my shit come up and just crosses his arms and shakes his head.
You're not getting in, man.
Yeah.
I've told this story before. It took me a month and 5 days tweeting at Jack every single day when I woke up, asking him how his relationship with Caitlyn Jenner was going.
See,
I was trying to be progressive. I wanted to be progressive and inclusive, damn it. I was trying to be nice.
That's your problem, Doku. Alright, so here's one. I refreshed the page because Midori isn't showing me all the fucking buttons. Midori, people at Midori, I love your browser on Linux. Please get your shit together on YouTube. Or on Windows, rather, and get it fucking fixed. Hey, we got the mole in the chat. How the hell's it going, man? Welcome.
I'd laugh if we I'd laugh if we had a listener that works for Santori and just goes, hang on, what's this Midori shit? Hang on, tell me, boss, what? Huh? We don't make web browsers. What the fuck's he going on about?
Right? So I refreshed the page. Top of the new top comment is half star. If I could give this movie 0 stars, I would. It's a fucking creature feature. What do you expect from a creature feature? It's not
Isn't that
going to
the
be
point?
fucking Shakespeare.
Pretty sure that's the point of the movie. It's called Crawl. The
It's-
fuck do you expect?
It's like you went and spend money on this, right? There were people who went and spent money on fucking Sharknado,
Eh.
right? And then you can't get pissed about how absurd something is when you're going out of your way to fucking spend money on it. It's just like fucking Geeks and Gamers. How Jeremy is always talking about Marvel, 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 and he goes and fucking throws his money at this shit and continues to support the mouse, all while
You know-
complaining.
You know how
Ah,
I fucking feel about that. Don't get me wrong. I like Odin. I like Star Wars Girl. I like Jeremy. I listen to them. But you don't have fucking room to talk when you keep fucking giving them money. You're gonna bitch about fucking what's Disney's
The
latest
point
fucking
is,
crash grabs
the
theme
point
park?
is, you know what you're getting. You know what you're going to see. Why would you have any idea? Why would you think that it was going to be anything different than what you were going to see? I went and saw Pirates of the Caribbean. I knew the last one was going to be shit, but I went and watched it anyway. Right?
Well, there is sometimes where you have to just watch the fucking movie just so as you get a part of the story
That's
because,
true.
like, you know, like even with like you say, for instance, the new Star Wars ones, the only reason why we're realistically watching it is because we really need to find out how fucking bad it is, so as we can at least sound like we know what we're talking about on the other end. It's not so much that we really wanted to see it or we're seeing it out of hatred. It's just sort of kind of like, well, we've seen the rest. We have to actually see this just so as we can see what happens next.
That's
And
true.
if it's
But
a
it's a-
fucking horrific story, then everyone's going to fucking hate it. But if it's there and it's a decent enough story, then you won't get any complaints. It might be the shittest fucking version in the series, but at least if it's fucking entertaining, it'll keep them for the next one. That's the whole fucking point of it, you dumb fucks.
That's true, Farty. But again, it's you're going to see a movie about alligators attacking people. You know
Yeah,
it's going to
what do
be
you-
bad. Why
Yeah.
haven't you braced yourself for it being bad? Or alternatively, don't throw your money at it. I know it's
Well,
about an alligator. I know that these types of movies tend not to be very good. I am not going to go spend my money on it.
Well, in this
and
case,
real,
you don't-
real quick, before we get too far off topic, Jeremy will sit there and fucking bitch
No,
about.
that's off topic, dude. That is
no,
off
no,
topic.
you brought it up, so I'm gonna say this. It's not gonna take long. Jeremy will sit there and bitch about Galaxy's Edge or Star Wars or this and that, but he also says I'm a fucking season pass holder. Well, stop giving them your fucking money, dude. If you don't like it, stop giving them fucking money. It's not a difficult
Exactly.
concept.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, he doesn't really have this excuse with this one because it's the first in the series. So, you know,
Alright.
like if it was a third one in the series, yeah, okay, you might have had to obligatory seen it, but yeah, you don't have the excuse in this case.
All right, guys, back to the game. Let's get back to
Yeah.
the game.
All right,
Okay.
so I got one from the New York Times, and this I agree with her on. I agree with this. I'm just going to read the main bit by Jeanette Katsoulis from the New York Times. Although Scolda Delario, which is the gal that was in the Maze Runner, is spunky and game in what must have been an extremely uncomfortable shoot, the script is airless and repetitive. I agree. That's kind of how I felt about the whole damn movie. And it has 1 star, and I'm sure if she could give it 0, she would. Actually agree with the New York Times.
These reviews, I keep refreshing the top. I keep refreshing the first page because Midori still can't fucking get Rotten Tomatoes to work correctly. So I'm constantly refreshing the page just to see if more reviews come in. Because if I don't, we're not going to see anything. But these things just keep getting better and better. David O, very exciting and didn't fall asleep. Don't want to go into the water where Anne Crawl might hide. and crawl. It's called English, motherfucker. Do you speak it?
Can't sleep, clown will eat me. Can't sleep, clown will eat me.
Okay.
The short
I
answer is no, and the long answer is no.
So drink for dumbassery here. And that last one too is the last one we read before that. That's also a drink. You knew what you're getting into. You know what you were spending your money on.
Alrighty, I got two from this. Well, what was the second page of the all audience? And the first fella was it Molotadonte U? Yeah.
I finally have an X button.
Anyway, 3 stars. Wait till it hit Netflix or something. That's what he said.
Something.
Yeah, wait till it hit Netflix or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
something.
And I thought my illiteracy was bad.
Oh,
And then
my.
below him is Nathaniel B. Oh, this fucking pompous, pretentious fucking wanker. You even check his fucking photo out. He's like a fucking male model, isn't he? Just
I
missing
can't
the
even
blue
bring it up.
steel.
I have no idea where you are.
Oh, anyway, yeah. Well, he fucking can't even do the blue steel. Anyway, poor script, bad acting. Hampers a fun B movie with great direction and effects. Worth a watch, but not a rewatch. Fuck you, Nathaniel.
Take
Fuck
a drink
you,
for
Ruth Carly.
Papa's dick. Take a drink, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, and a couple more for repetition because he punctuated it.
Oh my
So,
god.
so when I get a chance, I've got one on page 7 of the All Critics by Owen Gleiberman.
Yeah, go for it. Doku, you still booting
Alright.
there, dude?
So it's very
Still
simple.
waiting.
He basically just gave it a splat and says crawl in parentheses has no pretense and not very much range. It's set in an old dark house. I don't know if that's an insult or a compliment, considering Jaws is considered a masterpiece. This guy really likes Crawl or he really hates Jaws. I couldn't tell. But he's from Variety, so what the fuck do you expect?
Yeah. Oh.
Okay,
Oh, go ahead,
Good.
Farty. I just
Quick
found
one.
one that I really want to read.
quick one. I'm not sure what page this is because they're not numbering bloody pages anymore,
Right.
and this refreshing shit's now fucked everything over. But anyway, no picture, title. It sucked. 2 stars. Guess what he said? Guess what he said? It sucked. Beyond sucked.
Here's
Well, thanks, Captain Obvious.
here's a good one for you guys. You ready? Hold on to your buttholes. Kelly, 3.5 stars. Good father-daughter storyline.
Mm,
What was that, Doku? I heard a grunt of disapproval.
just.
Was it good in the way that Daddy was doing the daughter? Because that's the way we're going now. Is that if there are two
Mhm.
characters on screen, they have to be having sex.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
I feel like I ruined the mood.
Alrighty, we got a fucking simpleton here. Still don't know what page it is. I think it's the one after the last one I was on. All right, Shigemura 3, 3 or 4 stars. Very simple person. I like jump scares.
I need to see what
Good
this
for you.
is. I do not believe that's a real fucking thing.
Yep. Okay.
Hang on.
Find.
I need to catch it. I need to catch up.
Or I'll spit off a couple of names either side of it so you can help you find it. Lisa Applegarth, Lupe, and Michael.
Okay.
And then
yeah,
under
I found,
is Ash-
I found it.
Ashley E.
I found it. Okay, so it's one more page over.
Shigemura 3.
Oh, here's one. 5 stars. Fun and original. It's a great film. No, it's I haven't even seen it, and I can tell you that it's tired and what's the word I'm looking for? Derivative.
This would have to be a bot.
All right. Now, which one was it? Ashley E.
Yeah, you keep going down. It's Shigemura 3.
Shigemura.
It's above
These
Ashley E.
reviews are coming in too fucking fast. It's not here.
It should be before her.
I got Ashley E, Omar, then No
Okay.
Name, Half Star, Corny and Predictable, then Drayton, then
Now
Michael
go
W.
before Ashley E.
Oh, before. Okay, so it's
It should be the one
is.
just before
I
it.
liked the jump. I like the jump scares. There it is. Holy shit! I did not think that was a real fucking comment. Holy
Well,
shit.
Michael's even more perverted. Michael above him's even more perverted. He said I loved it. Action pack. That's probably a code name for him. How he gets his shit packed. He loves his bum sex.
Superhero action pack. I go to the K Club then lube up. Ooh.
I get some action pack.
My superpower is being a power bottom.
Now if I get my shit packed every night.
This is the part where Jade jumps in and goes, "The fuck you talking about? You asshole! You insensitive prick! Don't fucking talk that way."
Oh, are you back to page 1? Because Hector V.
Nope.
No,
Oh,
I could be in a
Hector
second
V.
here. I'm gonna go back to page 1 right now. Hector V. You said right?
yeah, second from the top.
1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. Nope.
Oh, we've got even more coming in.
Nope.
3.5 stars.
These reviews are coming in too. There's one at the bottom of the first page now. After I refresh the page, it's
Oh, see Hector V.
Google. Google.
Title's insensitive prick.
What's that, Dade?
Nothing.
Google. Name on the review here. Google. 5 stars. Short. To the point. Very exciting. Excellent horror movie.
It's not a review. Why?
So Hector V is probably on the next page because it got bumped down by Google. Google bumped it down. Sorry. Sorry, Hector V. Google took over your comment.
Well, I'm gonna read it anyways.
Yeah, go ahead. Read away.
With his
I
his
lost my
foot firmly
button.
with his foot firmly at your throat at all times, Alexandra. I don't care about your last name.
AJ.
I don't.
Hey, I got my next button
Excellently.
back.
Excellently captures the nerve-wracking possibility of Haley and Dave's situation, harmoniously pushing and pulling the tense pacing next to Elliot Greenberg's editing job, and never letting up until the film's final moment of the credits, only seconds before the credits roll. Even the build-up to the gator trap, usually a horror film's weakest part, turns out well thanks to its driven, short, and sweet flow. The primary basement set looks somewhat same-y, samey, and doesn't convey a good sense of space or dimension, but otherwise the gross, grimy, very wet production looks and feels excellent.
Are we drinking for alliteration? Because that's how you
God,
drink for
please.
alliteration.
It
Two
just-
drinks for that one.
God.
2 drinks for
Hector
that one.
V.
We got
Hector V,
Herpicus.
stop the
How's it
dick
going?
sucking.
Welcome to the show. Anyone else need some
Herpider,
insulin
what's
after that
up?
review?
Yeah, that was... Oh. God,
Oh
why?
my God, Farty, what was the name? What was the name we gave that fake superhero?
Oh, yeah. Her name was Anita Vagisil. Captain.
No, we were just
No?
doing. I just did the bit. What was? I'm already fucking out of my brain here. What was the name that I used?
Fuck man, I zoned out. Sorry.
You.
Jim Acosta, right?
No, it was not Jim Acosta. Oh man, I'm gonna have to go back and listen to what I just said. Like I don't know, 2 minutes ago. What are we at? 38 minutes in, so about 30.
You're gonna sound half retarded.
Yeah, we're gonna make a radio play. We're gonna call it whatever the name of that fake superhero I came up with from that review that Farty just read.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I fucking zoned out. Sorry. It's all part of me mental health. Sorry, guys. I got no fucking control over it.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut now. Go ahead, Doku. You're up, man. You haven't. You got another one to read.
Oh. I think this is on. I don't know because Rotten Tomatoes is crap. I think this is on page 4 or 5, but this is from Miss Bailey.
Yep.
Terrible movie. Can anyone say please refund me?
Please refund me. Yes, we can. There's your answer.
Do we want to? Absolutely not.
Okay, sit still,
Oh.
cat. Sit still, cat.
Oh, I like this one. No name. It was great. Just really short. Okay, all right.
So in reality, I'm getting the feeling that this should have maybe been like a 45-minute short film at Sundance.
Possibly.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
I feel like someone actually made an account simply for this because their username is it sucked.
We
And
read
Hey,
that
guess
one.
what? We've done that
Oh,
one.
you already.
Damn! Fucking catch up!
We even made a massive hullabaloo about it too.
No, that's brilliant. It sucked. It sucked beyond sucked.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
To
great.
quote, to
That's
quote
good.
Beavis and Butthead, this sucked has more than anything that has ever sucked. Yeah, man, like totally sucks.
Shut up, Beavis. I'll kick your ass.
Shut up, asswipe.
Your mom the whore. No, she's not. She's a slut. Whores get paid.
Mom's a whore too. What are you talking about?
You are
Anyway.
crying.
Crying.
Well, because Rotten Tomatoes is such a.
From this shitty review.
Okay, Dade, calm down there, dude.
I am the great one. Are you threatening me? Are you threatening me? I am doing movie reviews. Are you threatening me?
Oh, for fuck's sake. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next week.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Doku.
Right.
Oh, I'm trying to figure out where you guys were. Oh, did you guys read DJR already?
What page?
No.
Fuck if I know, because Rotten Tomatoes won't tell me.
Wait a minute. I think I figured it out. I don't think it's a problem with Midori. I think it's a problem with Rotten Tomatoes having
It is.
fucked their system completely, which
It
is
is.
causing the crashes.
It is because they took away the page numbers. It just makes it fucking difficult. And now, yeah, since they did that, it just seems that shit's just coming up randomly because there was a bunch of shit on the front page. And I started going 3 or 4 pages in, and I started noticing all the shit that was on the front page, but it's intermingled. And there was stuff that I even read out previously, and then I went back to the front page, and all of a sudden, hey, it's not on page 7 anymore.
Yeah.
This website's fucked.
So here's a review from Wiglaff the Mighty. Tense and claustrophobic with solid direction. Great date movie and quite entertaining. Who are you dating? A fucking cereal box?
Her cat.
I like this review from DJR for 2 stars. If you're in the mood to watch people make bad decision after bad decision, then go see this.
If you're in the mood to make bad decision after bad decision, go see this.
Damn.
Okay.
I'm just gonna drink for that, just because. Damn, funny.
Dade's got one.
Right.
Go ahead, Dade.
It's
I did that.
from Jennifer. It basically said it was the same. It was basically the same as the trailer, not that good.
All right, I got a couple
what's-
little quick ones. There's
What's our
Phil
drinking
D.
tally right now?
A lot.
A lot. We'll just round it up and say 25.
Okay, Phil D. I wonder if this is Philip DeFranco. This movie is what it is, and that's good. You indecisive fence-sitting fuckhole. And then Darius C. Darius. Another fucking pretentious cunt with a fucking pretentious name. Crawl is such a thriller, and no doubt deserves that R rating. It truly is a body-twisting experience, even with a rough ending. What the fuck was that shit all about?
She was talking about her last Tinder date.
Darius, I think you mean his last Tinder date and what his name was.
I should just I should just go see this movie, make an account on Rotten Tomatoes, name the account The Alligator, and go chomp.
Cozy for half a star, verified under verified audience. Horrible. What a waste of my money and time. Yeah, pretty much.
All right, 3.5 stars. Ryan A. was a lot better than expected, but nothing to rave on about. It was like the movie Into the Storm mashed with Jaws, but mainly focused on the gators, which is kind of the reason you're watching the movie for, haha. It was gruesome, but not over the top. The story was okay, and the movie had a few jump scares, which I didn't expect for this type of movie. Overall, it's a fun popcorn flick.
Mm.
Did your butthole hurt from that one, Doku?
No, I am laughing
I
about something
wish.
I've read on Twitter, and I'm going to post it on my page. So when you read that shit, you'll know why I was snickering like this. Oh, Jesus.
Honestly, I'm going. The worst thing about this is I'm going through these reviews trying to find something I can make fun of, and I just keep
You
seeing.
really can't.
Yeah, it was bad. It was good. It's like, somebody please just give me something to actually make fun of, because this is.
This is a bad review night, guys. This is all Doku's fault.
Hey, I flipped a coin. Damn it! Don't blame me.
You flipped
Yeah,
it the wrong way.
It's a shit movie with shit reviews that just shit.
Blame the coin.
Even some of the reviewers have got shit in their names.
Looks like Fedora is fucking with his cat. My God.
Okay,
Okay.
here we go. 2 stars from Kathy P. I think I'm in the minority, but some of it was just laughable. Ever noticed that in a Category 5 storm, the wind apparently doesn't affect people, just the trees? Not a hair moved. Not a hair moved in a Category 5 storm. There are
Wow.
no underground dwellings in Florida. Certainly not in South Florida. They have a Category 5 storm, but they have swim practice anyways. Even if it were a tropical storm, everything would be canceled. Oh, and she gets bit twice, but you notice in later scenes the wounds have all disappeared. Her leg looks just fine. Oh, Kathy P with the stat. Okay, Kathy P.
Just an example of how broken Rotten Tomatoes is, you guys. And this is kind of the reason why we do this little fun fest of ours, is to showcase exactly how fucked up broken Rotten Tomatoes is. But here is, I went back to page 1. There's only one review on page 1 right now. And if it wasn't this, it would have been something else. It would have been something else on this website getting fucked, right? So for 2.5 stars, I'm gonna read this one review on page 1. I've seen this format of a movie way too many times before. Definitely a renter. If you've seen this movie format too many times, why would you even bother fucking renting it?
Because they're an idiot. But going back to the one that Doku just...
Paying
just
for it
read
at
out,
all.
Going back to the one that Doku just read out for a quick sec, yeah, it seems like he was actually describing the original The Avengers. I'm not talking about anything from Marvel. I'm talking about that old British one from
Yeah.
the 1960s, where it had Steed and Emma Peel. Because Diana Rigg, every time she used to get into a punch-up and shit, she'd like finish punching the dude up, she'd just like simply stand up from the last election. Her hair would be fucking perfect.
So a lot of these reviews are actually getting shifted around. I just
Yeah, that's what I was saying
randomly, I just randomly skipped ahead a few pages, and the one that was like "Love the jump scares" is now ahead of Duty Main, which we had already read prior
Yeah.
to "I love the jump scares."
Yeah, I did mention this about 2 or 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, so Rotten Tomatoes is is effectively no longer a viable outlet for our frustrations, anger, and miscellaneous rage.
Well, I love this one from Steven for 3 stars. Not believable, but I enjoyed the movie. Well, tell that to all the people that are saying, based on a true story from Hurricane Irma. Like, come on, man. Like, what the fuck is... What is this movie?
This
Why?
is how you this is how you don't run a website. From Sanjia, Crawl was actually is 4 stars, by the way, verified. Crawl was actually a pretty good movie. If you're into movies like this, you will definitely enjoy it. The movie had lots of suspense and jump moments, and those alligators were crazy as heck. The acting and the storyline was really good between the father and daughter and their relationship. And of course, I love the cute dog. Great acting as well. That's 1 sentence, by the way.
I love the alligators. They be cray.
Yeah. There were definitely some jump moments from those ferocious gators, and the visual effects from the hurricane were very good. Overall, a good movie to go see.
For some fucking reason, I just had that, like, all fucking read out in Brie Larson's voice, and it's explaining about herself for some fucking reason.
You too?
Yeah, in the same attitude, just with her voice.
So, drink for Brie Larson clone. 6 drinks. Come on. Fucking chug.
Oh.
No idea why that happened, and I'm fucking a bit
says those
concerned.
alligators are pathetic. My cat is more threatening. Is that about right, Dade? You said you saw it. Is that about right? I'll take that as a yes.
Yeah, and you know what the real crime is? Is that fucking Sam Raimi was attached to this shit.
But he was just a money man, so you can't really get angry at him.
I'm not angry. I'm disappointed. It's like, really?
He'll be alright. He's far enough away from the flack that he won't get any fucking shit over it.
1 star, Diana L. Unrealistic, unfinished ending. Was the ending terrible, Dade? Okay, that's a yes. Yes, the ending was terrible.
Right, I
Go
got
ahead,
two bots. David S. 5 stars. Movie was intense. Strong acting. Must watch. Alright. Okay, and then Eddie. And I know this one says verified, but we've just basically determined that fucking Rotten Tomatoes couldn't wipe their own ass properly if a professional ass wiper had wiped their ass for them. So this guy's probably a bot too, even though he's verified. 5 stars. Action and suspense packed.
Wow. These reviews are so fucking dumb. My God.
I know.
You know what? Let's shift gears here. We've been doing this about what, an hour now? Yeah, we've been in almost an hour doing these reviews.
They're not even worth giving the time to. Like, they're just dumb.
Yeah.
Well, there's this one. There's this one here. No name, 4 stars. High energy movie that keeps you on the edge of your seat. Good special effects, and if you take it with fucking speed and heroin, it's even fucking greater. Yeah, too. Yeah, hey, yeah. No, the drugs reference wasn't in there. It's just up to special effects.
Those are the special effects. Let's see what else is out. Right now. We'll give the audience a twofer. Just guys, 50.
Let's try the other one.
50 drinks. We'll say 50 drinks for
terrible
bad
fucking reviews. Yeah, just oh my God, like this wasn't even entertaining. This is just painful.
I'm bringing up Stuber. Because that was the other one that we had on our list. That's the one with the Deadpool Dopinder guy in it.
Oh, that's right, where he's the Uber driver.
Yeah.
Jeez, he's a taxi driver in one, he's an Uber driver in another. You don't think that poor cunt's getting typecast, you reckon?
No.
Oh, that's not racist or stereotyped at all. No.
Yeah.
Nice job, Ryan Reynolds, you fucker.
It's fucking Tim Miller, the fucking creepy.
Oh, I got words for fucking Tim
There we
Miller,
go.
but that's for another day.
All right, so if you guys would turn your attention to the chat, Irate Prostate, how's it going, man? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the.
Hey,
welcome to
what's
the
up,
chat.
dude? Welcome,
I would
welcome
post
to
a
our
link
fucking
to-
pain.
I know Irate's probably watching on Dodge's channel, but if you ever want to come on, man, just say the word.
Hell,
so-
dude, just hop into the Discord.
Yeah, I think Irate's on our Discord, right? Irate, are you in our Discord?
Yeah. All you need to do is just come in, just reach down, give Frank a tickle on the sack, and he'll let you in.
Oh, he doesn't even take that much. Just blow me a kiss. I don't think he's on the Discord, but
Just walk up.
we can do Stuber, or we could do Ray and Liz if you really want to.
oh, I just brought Stu
Well,
up.
if you really ought to do the art of self-defense. That's got fucking what's his face in there who fucked up being Lex Luthor, Eisenberg. Anything with that jackass in it is obviously gold.
Okay, yeah, he's in Dodge's Discord. So Doku, just get him a link. So if he ever wants to join us, he has that link to join us. So yeah, I pulled up Stuber. This is really polarizing. The first 4 reviews: 1 star, 4 star, 2 stars, 3.5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars, 4. All right, I'm sick. I'm absolutely sick doing this game, and it's not from the alcohol because I haven't had any yet. Because it's all the way over there, and I don't want to go all the way over there to get it. You know what? This was a bad idea tonight. There's nothing
Don't
out this
blame me.
weekend. I know it is all your fault, Doku. You're the one who flipped the coin. You
I
said
didn't do nothing.
we will flip the
Blame the
coin.
coin. Blame the coin, damn it.
Actually, yeah, there's a few down. No name, 2 stars. My buddy liked the big black dong.
Wow.
It's not totally dead. Tyler, 4 stars. Be prepared to laugh your ass off. The best comedy I've ever seen in years. I think these comments might be right up our alley. Josh, yes, it was freaking hilariously good. Laughing the whole time, considering rewatching it. It sounds like a lot of these cunts are going to be fucking saying shit that we're saying anyway.
Let's see. Ashley, 1 star. Nothing like what the previews depicted. Totally crass. Slow and unwatchable. We walked out after 15 minutes. Not very savage, but you know what?
Well, here's one. No name, 5 stars. My expectations for this movie were really low. So that might have helped make it so much more enjoyable. This movie was surprisingly funny, and the people in the theatre were laughing out loud. Take out your phone and request a Stuber. You'll enjoy the ride.
My God.
I mean, that's what I mean by that. It's like, yeah, I went into this with my expectations really low, but I thought this was going to be fucking shit.
I thought it was going to be shit, and it was worse. I've actually had that happen, where I've got.
But because I thought it was so shit, it was actually good.
Here's one from Ronnie O. Down at the next page that I clicked on, where I found the Ashley's, like two down from Ashley, the one that I'd read previously. I didn't like the trailer, and I'm not a big fan of either star, but I enjoyed this movie. Nanjiani's comedic style definitely isn't for everybody, so I can understand how some people didn't find this movie funny. But even if you don't laugh hysterically, this is still a nice little diversion for the summer.
Well, I can see that because, yes, there is a lot of people who just arbitrarily don't like curry munchers, and, yeah, like, kind of know why. So there would be
curry muncher.
So there would be, like, a whole bunch of people who just look at this and go, oh, what's this drippy nipple fucking movie? Fuck this curry eating fuck, I'm not watching that.
My God. Oh, my God.
Okay, Ismail, 5 stars, verified, 42 minutes ago. I loved this movie. Watched it with a friend. We were both laughing throughout the movie. Then afterwards, we went back to my apartment for some bum sex, and it was great. No, the other part wasn't there.
I've got 2 reviews, guys. It's definitely a bot. It's definitely the same bot. 2 different names. One's got a picture, one doesn't. John N. and Bug Me. One word, Bug Me. They both say, verbatim, false advertising during the trailer. The baby gun scene never made it into the movie. Yeah.
False advertising.
Definitely bots. And since there are
Well,
2 of them, and we do have a double bot shot rule that would be 4 shots, it's a double shot. So it's now 8 shots, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. We're on the path. I knew this was going to be the better movie to review.
Yeah. Oh, here you go.
The bottom of the page. Hang on, Farty. I got to read this one. Bottom of the page from the 2 that I just read. Tommy W. 5 stars. Great action comedy.
He must be an Australian because apparently we've got this affliction where our voices go up at the end of a sentence like we're asking a question. Yes, I've actually seen people with that sort of affliction very pronounced, but it's not sort of I can't see it myself. Anyway, but you do have these people who do sort of speak like this, like they're asking a question, and they're not really.
And
they're making
go
a
up
statement
at the end because they're talking to you, and they
So
don't
that-
know how to converse.
Yeah, so that last arsehole must be an Aussie.
Oh my god.
All right, Justin
All right.
S, half a star.
Doku Dade, one of you 2 are next after Farty.
Justin S, half a star. Utterly pathetic in every regard.
Drink for Savage. We got our first Savage drink, ladies and gentlemen. It only took an hour. Wow. Oh my god. All right, who's going? Dade, Doku, which one of you would like to suck from the golden nugget?
I got nothing.
You got nothing.
I didn't see it, and I have no interest in seeing it.
Well, it's not
The
about
only-
seeing the movie, it's about ripping on the reviews.
I don't even have it pulled up. I'm just listening to you guys.
Oh, okay, so you're just hanging out. You're just being
Oh,
a
well-
street slut.
Doku, your go.
Yeah, Doku,
All
you
right,
better
fine.
go.
Yeah, fine. Well, first off, Irate Prostate, if you're still listening, or anybody, link to our Discord is in Mads General.
Irate's in Dodge's
And-
channel at the moment. He's on a voice channel in there.
And this review, no name. My buddy liked the big black dog.
Farty just
Oh
read that
my
one.
fucking
Farty
god!
just read that one, dude. That was the first one he read.
I'm sorry, I need to read it again just because.
Doku, you're
Because you
fucking
love that big black
wasted,
dog, that's
man.
why.
The big black dog. It needs to be said again. But no, right below that from Stephen K. Totally a unique, hilarious, action-packed movie. Is it the best movie out right now? No. But it's better than most and worth your money. No, it's not!
Herpicus says, ha, gay, again. This is the second time he said it. Herpicus, are you a bot?
He must be.
Oh.
Herpicus is
And
a
just
bot.
below-
Everyone take 2 shots.
2 shots for Herp. And just below that from Kim C. Did you guys read that one?
No.
Don't think so.
Best movie I've seen in years. I'm a 56-year-old woman, and this movie, for some reason, really made me laugh. I mean, truly belly laugh at times. I enjoyed it great. I will say, was a lot if killing in it, but I
What?
still enjoyed it. God,
Oh my god.
Rotten Tomatoes.
All right, here's one from Ragu S. After I read Herpicus's chat. I'm a cyborg powered by rum and memes. You're a cyborg frog powered by rum and Dokukun. I've just made up your backstory. Here's one,
Well then.
Ragu S. Overall, Stuber was your standard buddy cop film, and Dave Bautista showing off his comedic skills is always great. Dave Bautista always trying to push the limits, which is perfect. I will say, even though the multiverse didn't happen in Endgame, you can literally see parallel realities in the year 2019. Lol, as Drax the Destroyer and Nebula in this alternate Earth becoming FBI agents, and also Drax teaming up with a future Eternal with Stu in this alternate reality. Lol. Just the hilarity is what makes this film so much fun, and the craziness between Stu and Victor is what drives the story. Let's just hold up. Ragu, like the spaghetti sauce, is writing a review. Yes, it's not spelled like the spaghetti sauce. There's an H in there, so it's like Rag-hoo S. So if I were to say it really fast, it would sound Rag-hus. Rag-hoo.
Maybe he's just asking a question. Who's on the rags?
Maybe. It very well could be.
Here's a great review from Tommy W for 5 stars. Great action comedy ?
I just read that one like 10 minutes ago.
Well, fuck. Well, I'm not even gonna say fuck you. No, I'm gonna say fuck Rotten Tomatoes because I'm on like page 10.
Catch the fuck up. I know their reviews are like all over the place.
Yeah, it's been shuffled like fuck. All right, Natalie, 2 stars, or because people are fucking not being able to pronounce shit properly nowadays, and this is actually there's actually some cunt running around here with this name, Natalie, not Natalie, Natalie. You fucking pretentious cunt. Fence sitter again. It was okay, kind of a waste of money. So what was it?
Yeah, pick one, you fucking trout.
A waste of money is not okay, darling.
Time intensifies.
All right. On that note, if Natalie or Natalie, you think you think wasting money is kind of is okay still, all right. I need some money. Give me some.
Yeah. Fork it over. Here's one, Jimmy
It'll go
Mac. You ready?
Yeah.
2 stars, Jimmy Mac, verified 9 hours ago. There were a number of great one-liners and concepts and few good laughs, but you can wait till that thing comes out on rental or Netflix. Worst downfall was, Baptista, spoiler alert, got his eyes fixed with LASIK, so he ran around the entire movie barely able to see, which would have been okay halfway through, but not the whole movie.
I'm not even gonna pretend to know what pages these reviews are on because
It doesn't matter
fuck
at this
Rotten
point.
Tomatoes.
Yeah.
So we have 3 here. This is interesting. 5 stars from Jeff P. Awesome movie. Definitely the best original movie I've seen in a long time. Lots of laughs. Would most definitely go see it again in theatre.
Theater. No. Theatre is like the real way, I guess, of spelling it. I think it's like a UK
I'll
thing.
take your word for it.
It's a
I'll
UK
take your
you
word
can't-
for it.
Hang
but-
on. Is you having trouble pronouncing the word theatre?
Yeah,
If-
here in the US, the E and the R are flipped.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like everywhere else, we spell it backwards. Just like we don't use the letter U in the word color.
Oh, I just thought this was one of those funny occasions where you actually never heard the word before because it's a European word.
No, that's just not how it's spelled here. So
Nah, we're
phonetics.
Americans. We're Americans. We got to do things differently.
It's a phonetic thing. For those of you who've seen this movie, it deserves 5 stars. Followed by followed by Natalie and TC, each for 2 stars. Natalie
Oh, for fuck's
says,
sake.
"It was okay!" Exclamation mark. "Kind of a waste of money!" Exclamation
Are you
mark.
fucking listening?
No.
Are you seriously fucking listening, Doku?
Goku's seriously drunk.
But then, but then
ass
it's
drunk.
no, but
I
then
literally-
it's followed. But then it's
Well-
followed by the exact same rating for. Just save it for Netflix. Like, Rotten Tomatoes. What the fuck? What is this?
Literally, that Natalie one was my last one.
Yeah.
The
it
last
was
one
when
I
he
read.
just
But did
read
you?
it.
And
But
again,
did you
I
read
made
the
it-
TC? Did you read the TC one just below it? They're the same fucking rating.
So we
no.
got
But,
another 2 bots. So we're enacting the double shot rule. 8 shots, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god.
I'm
Rotten
Dave.
Tomatoes. What the fuck?
Dave, you feeling good yet there, buddy?
Huh?
You feeling good there yet? Feeling good and loose?
What are you talking about?
Have you unsobered yet?
Oh.
The answer would be yes. And the thing is, I'm probably on a completely different page than Farty is, because I was on page
We're
page
all
12.
on different pages from each other.
No, they've been shuffled like fuck now.
Yeah,
Like,
no, they are.
shit.
They're being
Ridiculous.
so. I think here's my theory, and I'm gonna continue to hold this theory until someone proves me wrong. I think Rotten Tomatoes is doing this on purpose because they know we're doing this live stream every weekend,
Probably.
and they're like,
knowing our luck, that's probably true.
it
Well,
could be true.
it's either that. It's either that or it's all the YouTubers.
Yeah, it could be true. But like I'm just putting that out there because I want to believe we have a higher social standing than what YouTube would lead us to believe.
Hey,
Here's one from CG that is really the name of the reviewer. CG, 1 star, slapstick comedy and bad budget.
Okay, I got a catfish.
Okay.
Okay. If you have a look at this chick's picture, it's sort of like, yeah, get fucked, asshole. That's not you. And her name is BBB. So BEBE, and then a capital B by itself. Absolutely hilarious.
It's Bobobo.
Yeah.
Bo.
But drink for a catfish.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's do it. Read the review.
drink.
That's it. Absolutely hilarious. But no, we're drinking for catfish.
Drink for catfish. Bobobo
Yep.
has left a review.
It's a subsection of bot.
Oh, a Bobo. That don't you? Am I the only one that picked up the Double Dragon reference? A Bobo.
No.
Oh wait, never mind.
No, you're not the only one. I just put it out of my head.
Okay.
No more beans. Herpicus says, "Come on, catfish, at least try."
Okay. No name. 4.5 stars. We're drinking because this guy's a bullshit artist.
Okay.
Absolutely love this movie. So funny. My wife and I enjoyed it very much. Yeah, bullshit. Any cunt who fucking says that they have a spouse or in a relationship and has to put it here so that everyone now knows that this individual is in a relationship is full of shit.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna read this no-name review, but then I'm gonna put a standing rule in place after this. Didn't expect to from the previews, but I surprisingly love this movie. Very funny. Worth the bucks. Anytime I see a no-name fucking review saying go spend your money on something, it's a shill and it's a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Drink for shill? I think we will.
Drink for
Because
shill.
why not tell the bot, just, hey, give me your money.
Hey, Candid Lynn joined the Discord. How's it going, Candid? I don't know if you can
Hello,
hear us.
Candid.
I don't know if you can hear us. I don't know if you're in the chat or not, but welcome. Feel free to say hi if you're in the chat. We don't bite that much.
Stop lying to the newbies. What are you doing?
Okay, I'll stop lying. Here's one. I got two actually, both 5 stars. One from Diane H. I laughed from the moment I saw Kumail. Fun movie. Who the fuck is Kumail?
One of the actors, I believe.
I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care.
Good.
So we're just gonna drink for bot because I said so. And here's one from Jesus. Jesus has deemed us with his presence. If you want to just laugh and you don't really care about anything else, then this movie is perfect. This movie's good if you don't like good movies.
How about I don't want to waste my fucking money on a garbage movie?
All right.
Okay, hang on. 4 stars. Funny movie. Definitely a great pair of actors. Must see. Now, who wants to know what this cunt's name is?
Is it Disney? We had Google
No.
earlier. We had Google. Is it Disney?
No. Don Boy Wonder.
Oh my god. Herpicus in the chat. Jesus, this is why the Romans nailed you to a cross. A drink for Herpicus says savage there. That's savage moment.
Yeah, that's
From-
savagery.
Juani Garza, 3.5 stars. Made me laugh here and there as intended. Action was fulfilling. Insert
Vote.
coins to continue.
Review. Oh,
So,
Jo-
2 shots, ladies and gentlemen.
oh. Okay, I'm putting in another rule. If it's verified, it's instant 2, no matter what. That's a multiplier. 2 times if it's a verified.
Before you
garbage
go,
review.
I just want you all to know that Google has popped up once again on this with an entirely different review from earlier.
Of fucking course it has.
It's also verified, so double shot, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. Verified double drink multiplier.
Actually, no, since it's a double drink multiplier and it's already a bot and it's a verified.
That's 4.
4, 8, 12.
Oh shit.
No, I'm sorry, not 12, 16, because we got to double it, then double it, then double it.
And you thought I was bad.
Oh god, what have I done?
Yeah.
Well, drink up, guys.
So go ahead, Doku, read yours, and I'm going to read this one from Google.
And then I got 2 after you.
So this is from Jonathan for 5 stars verified. Ha 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 ha. So funny man and funny big man and funny.
What the fuck?
Should have said funny brown man and funny big man.
So here's the one from Google. This is your 16 shots, ladies and gentlemen. Herpicus is already going glug, glug,
Shit.
glug. Funny movie. Thought it had a lot of great scenes, but it felt like most of them were already seen. The previews. Funny movie, though.
Oh.
I'm going to reread that just so you guys understand how poorly done this is. Funny
You gotta do it
movie. Thought
You
I.
gotta do it this way. You gotta
Oh, I
do
gotta
it
do it
this
that way?
way.
All right.
Yeah, you gotta do it that way.
All right, let me get my Down syndrome on.
Gotta go full retard.
I gotta install Down syndrome. Funny movie. Thought it had a lot of great themes, but felt like most of them were already seen. The previews. Funny movie though. Did that give you the chubby you were looking for, Farty?
Nah, it actually gave me a soft one.
Damn. Go ahead, Doku. I know you got a good one.
Ironically,
Herpicus, who you calling Pin?
No, I don't.
I got 2.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, Farty.
Alright. Michael T, 2 stars. This one's for Savage.
Oh Christ.
Just passable, meh. And then below that one, 3.5 stars. Just like another one that I did earlier. This one's pretty self-explanatory. Easily entertained. Now, guess what easily entertained was?
Oh God.
It was simply entertaining.
Oh my fucking God. That's definitely a bot. Your last 2 have been bots. By the rule of the double multiplier, it is 8 shots.
Have to catch up somehow.
Yeah.
See-
Gary
See if we
Hub.
can actually find something worth reading.
Gary Hub, great movie, very, very funny. So for repetition, 2 shots, ladies and gentlemen, because it's verified, 2 shots. A total of 4
Gary?
shots.
Gary Hub sounds like a fucking product of some sort.
Gary Hub is
If you-
definitely a bot, so that's another 2 shots. So we double, and then double, and then double, and then double one more time for a total of 4 doublings.
If your ass is itchy, try Gary Hub. Gary Hub. For all of your anal itching problems. Have an itchy back? Try Gary Hub back.
Not recommended for actually putting on anus or back itches. Please
Please don't
keep away
clean it
from
with your tongue.
children. Do not get into your eye sockets or genitals.
And do not clean with tongue.
Do not even look at. You will go blind.
Constant use of Gary Hub can cause anal leakage, cancer, AIDS, Ebola, and syphilis.
And more cancer. Doku, you're up.
Oh, I've got one.
Doku. Doku.
The,
Doku.
from Wayne for 1 star. Bad chemistry between and nah, because I don't give a fuck about your last names. Was an idiot cop who tried to catch the crook while being nearly blind, and he proved it by driving his car into a trench while it was being repaired and bumping into everything he could. Nah was a Uber driver who just kept talking and talking and talking. Many times I wanted him to just shut up. Becca, his would-be girlfriend, was flaky. His boss was a sadistic pig. The crook had to be Superman's son to get out of all the situations he was involved in with Bleh proved to be a lousy cop and father. Nah proved to be an Uber driver willing to do anything for a single 5-star rating. The movie proved it can show over 24 situations that were stupid, uncomfortable to watch, or plain idiotic and still be released to the public.
Oh,
Drink
that's...
for fucking savagery.
And here's another savage drink. You guys ready? You guys ready? Yeah, that was bad. How bad? I walked out on it, and I don't walk out on movies. Utterly cliched and boring script that had so many plot holes you could drive an Uber through it. The sloppy, amateurish direction didn't help either. This is one of those films where actors collect a paycheck and leave off their resumes. Hey, Joe Duck, how's it going? Welcome to the chat.
And I bet you this cunt probably fucking writes comments on Star Trek movies saying shit about warp speed's not possible and bloody teleporting just kill peoples.
You're just sending their atoms across the space. You can't reconstruct them when they get there.
It's not realistic enough. It wouldn't happen in real life.
Actually, no, because then I'm going to derail the whole fucking thing if I say something. Let's continue.
Do we really have to continue, though, with these fucking garbage-ass reviews?
These reviews were about as bad as the movie.
No, the reviews are actually more entertaining in the movie, which
So-
speaks to how bad it actually.
So here's a little story, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're gonna end the drinking game right there because I think we've killed your livers enough. Right? We've had enough of the liver death tonight.
Yeah, we've reached triple digits.
So I was on Twitter earlier, and there's some shit. There's some shit to get into.
Oh, here we go. Here's where you're gonna want to drink, guys. Sorry
Yeah.
to interrupt. This is where you're gonna want to fucking drink.
Get your
There's
shot
always shit on
glasses
Twitter.
ready. Because
yeah.
Shandor, real quick, I need to correct you for this, for the sake of the audience. This is where the drinking game actually begins, because those fucking reviews were garbage, but this is gonna be fun, because I know what you're about to talk about.
That fucking guy. Ugh.
So, a friend of mine had posted this thing talking about. I don't think raising the minimum wage is a good idea. That's the very basic thing. And this guy comes out and says, "So no one has any right to fair compensation for their labor, dude. You're advocating for slavery."
Oh, this fucking guy.
Friend calls out person, calling him, just calling it a straw man because it was a straw man argument. And I interjected, trying to educate someone. I stated, and this is a matter of fact. You guys can look this up if you don't believe me, but I'm pretty sure you guys already know this. That when minimum wage goes up, when the government forces businesses to pay people a very low amount, right? A very certain, not a very low amount, a very specific amount of money, right, for their time at work. When the minimum wage goes up, the cost of living goes up because those businesses have to compensate for that extra loss in revenue, right? So they got to make that money up. That devalues the dollar, and people have to work more to make more money to essentially basically make the same amount of money in the long run because nothing really changes. I know it sounds a little convoluted, and I apologize for butchering that if it sounded butcher, but the gist is cost of living goes up as a result of the minimum wage going up because all these other businesses have to shell out extra money, and then they have to charge more to make up for shelling out that extra money. And in the end, the cost of living increase that you would have gotten from minimum wage going up is essentially negated. And I tried explaining it to this guy in like the most basest way possible. And he just comes out and goes, "No, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong." Doesn't back up any of his claims. Doesn't cite any information to back up his claims. Oh, and then he comes out with, and this is where I really started to lose my shit. We got someone in the chat, Brandon Smith. Hey, how's it going? Can you get on the stream? Yeah, just join the Discord. Links in the chat if you're over on Dodge's channel. Head on over to Dodge's General, you said, Doku?
Yeah, it's in Mad Dodge Productions, the general chat. You will see a link there. Go ahead and hop in.
Okay, no, Brandon's already in the thing. So just head on over to the guest room and we'll move you in. So what happens is this guy comes out and goes, "Well, the only cost would be for the wage increase. Nothing else goes up." And I'm like, "All right, dude, you are legitimately retarded. You qualify for Social Security because you are just fucking stupid."
Oh, he was. I didn't get into it, this idiot,
Hey,
and I ended up muting his ass. But I basically I gave like 3 specific examples, even one from a mainstream media source. And he's like, "Well, you need to learn to read more." And I said, "Well, thanks for proving that you're not only a dismissive, self-centered person, but for proving that, like all leftists, your first retaliation is to swear a class act. You're dismissed, little boy." And your friend apparently liked that comment. I was, and he basically just said, "Well, you're wrong." And it's like, you're also missing the fact that he was also missing the fact that minimum wage is not something to live off of forever. Plus the fact that if minimum wage goes up across the board, they start taking out more taxes.
It's not that they take out more taxes, it's just that the overall cost of living goes up. And now that's what I was trying to get into his head. The overall cost of living
goes up, and the services go up, the price for items go up, and they start taking out more in taxes in the long run. So it's basically nothing is achieved. We've seen this already happen within the last 40 years, for as long as I've been alive, if not a little more, from when my father used to make basically, $5 an hour or less, at a fucking factory job in the 60s and 70s to when he retired at about making $35 an hour. But he was getting a lot of taxes taken out because the minimum wage had jumped 2 or 3 times, and they had to compensate that plus the time he had in. He didn't understand.
Well, real quick,
I mean, this fucking guy.
You guys go in on it, and I'm gonna go on mute so you
already
guys
done.
can
I
talk.
said my piece.
Right. Go ahead.
Okay, so I know you guys already saw my comment,
Oh, yeah.
and I'll just reaffirm it. If you try using authoritarian legislation to raise minimum wage, companies are going to do one of two things. They're either going to cut down the amount of workers, their input costs, because what do companies ultimately look for? They're looking for profit. So if you want to make the cost of living, our quality of life better, you don't do it by telling companies you need to pay your workers, especially the low to mid-tier workers, this much money. What are they going to do? They're going to lay off their part-time workers. They're not going to pay minimum wage. They're only going to focus on the people who are willing to work ridiculous amounts of hours, burn them the ever-living fuck out for the sake of having a livable wage.
I feel
Go ahead, Brandon.
And just
I feel like I have a slightly different take. Like, I feel like it's possible that, like without something like the original idea of the regulation to create something like a livable minimum wage and have it, be regulated by the federal government, so to speak, then we would create unions. So it's kind of like a way to steal power from a union, which I'm not saying unions are good either. But the idea is that a union could form and negotiate a living wage for that industry, so to speak, or even just that job place.
Right,
but
you're still, the problem is still, like, even if it's just union and you take away what's the word I'm looking for? You take away the federal level middleman, right? In terms of putting a law in place, the issue still becomes, well, this is a minimum wage job. This is a very low skilled job, right? Something like McDonald's is like a very low skilled job. They're not.
Oh, actually, Chandra, can I interject real quick? This is actually where Bernie Sanders and AOC and our Democratic
hang on,
Socialists.
No. Let me get this point off, and then you can say what you're gonna say. Just hold that thought.
Okay.
The problem still becomes, even if you have some sort of middleman, in these low skilled jobs, right? When you're talking about $15 an hour for McDonald's workers, the cost of those, like the cost of those burgers goes up, right? Because they have to pay those employees. They have to pay, the distributors. They have to pay for the electrical. They have to pay for their water. They have to pay for their heating and refrigeration and all this other stuff, right? There's so many different costs associated with it that when you look at it, the largest amount of cost that goes into running a business is the employee, right? So for every employee you have, some of your profit is chewed into, right? Because all of those other things are finite set costs, because that you're running a grill every day, you're running every day, you're running computers and the internet and phone lines and whatever else you need to run your business on. Those are going to be set costs, right? But your employees are going to be a little bit more sporadic, and they're also going to take up a larger chunk of whatever money you take in for just overall what you make, right? So then they have to, even if there isn't any legislation involved, they still have to bump up that cost. I'm not saying that they shouldn't bump up that cost, and I'm not saying that people shouldn't get paid however much they want to get paid, but there is a shit ton of factory work available right now that people just aren't taking up. And I think
after he goes, I got a rebuttal to this.
That's fine. That's fine. But I think what we need to do is we need to create incentives to get people into those skilled labor jobs, right? We create incentives to get them in there, into like factory work. We create incentives for people to go to like a trade school instead of going to like a 4-year college. And we get people to we get people the information that these jobs are out there and available. That's my philosophy on it. I don't know for a fact if there's any one philosophy that is going to work definitely. But that's
Well,
my philosophy.
Isn't the incentive they're getting paid in the first place?
Yes, absolutely.
No, it is.
Another incentive you could argue is stable employment. Period.
Right. I
Like-
mean, when you look at factory work, you're guaranteed 40 hours a week. You walk in, you punch that time card, you're guaranteed that 40 hours.
And a
there are-
paycheck.
Yeah, and the paycheck is good. I've worked factory works. I would love to be able to go back to factory work as soon as I have my mobility issues cleared up.
So what would be an incentive above and beyond, a stable employment plus money?
Okay, so
I mean,
all right.
what you have.
If you don't mind, this is where I'm going to interject, and this is where I'm going to
All right, Doug,
make
go
my
ahead.
point.
Go ahead.
So, of course, the social democrats love to come in and point at Scandinavian countries. Well, whether I agree or disagree with the idea of unions is irrelevant to this. Wages in these Scandinavian countries are negotiated between workers' unions and their employers. The government has very, very little say in what actually happens between negotiations between workers' unions and their employers. So if you have a company, and this is basic fucking supply-demand economics. If you have a company and the majority of your workers say we're not receiving a livable wage, we're not going to work for you until you provide us with a livable wage, it's no different than if you go negotiate a salary with a company on your own and say, this is what I need. And as someone who is looking for a job, the environment has changed. They will tell you, and if you don't believe me, go out and try to apply for a job, see what happens. If you can speak 2-3 languages, I'm just using the United States as an example. If you can speak Spanish, they
You're
will
fucking
ask
hired.
you.
You're fucking hired.
Yeah, and you can dictate what your wage is. So do not ask your employer what they're willing to pay. Tell them, this is my bare minimum. These are my qualifications. This is the amount of money I require. They will fucking pay you as long as you're qualified. It's that fucking simple.
So I mean, like,
It's
isn't just the idea of like a workers' union, very, very little difference to like a collectivized union of a federal government.
Yeah,
like
there
it's
is
kind of
very
just a
little difference.
smaller scale.
but
It's almost
real
like an
quick,
inevitability.
Workers' union is more about the workers uniting to try and get a better deal, whereas legislature. I'm trying to
the
clarify
argument
for
would
you.
be skilled workers can form a union to get their company by
But
the
even
balls,
unskilled workers can.
whereas
Like,
the federal government is more designed with a minimum
Well,
wage. to
right.
regulate the mass
real quick,
lives.
and Shandor, mute. Shandor, real quick, here's the difference. If it's the workers trying to reach a better deal, and they're doing it by negotiating with their employers, that's one thing. But when you start bringing in the government, which by design, throughout history, is always ineffective and inefficient, that the idea of Andrew Yang, yeah, it sounds nice, a livable wage or a universal basic income, yeah, that's a nice idea. But here's the thing.
Okay, but let's use
well,
McDonald's workers as an example. So to people like that,
Brandon, real quick, this is what I'm going to tell you right now, and this is why this idea does not work, is because you still have people within the government who are funded, their salaries come from taxpayers. That does not work. Those taxpayer dollars going to fund these people who work in the government, that increase the cost. If you really want the low to mid-tier workers to actually have a livable wage, government is not the right answer.
It's funny. Like I apologize. I just realized I was making a completely different argument. Like I was trying to argue for why
Right.
this
You were playing
system is
devil's advocate.
inevitable. No, I'm trying to argue why this system is inherently inevitable. Not how do we fix it.
No,
Like,
yeah,
that's a-
no, I get
I
it
didn't
completely,
understand.
yeah.
Like
Well, I don't
that's
know.
fine. That's fine, dude, and don't apologize.
I was only trying to I wasn't trying to
Fucking
argue
Christ.
any position. Farty, you'll go after me, I promise. I wasn't trying to argue any position. I was merely trying to relay this story about some guy who didn't fucking understand the way the economic system worked.
Well, I don't know how the unions work over there, but like they're not exactly the fucking stupid idea. Yeah, sure they can be useless
Right.
at times and all that, but they're not just there for your wages and shit like that. So yeah, like like there is some differences between the way you guys get employed over there. Like you don't have one spoken and three written warnings before you're sacked. You can be pretty much sacked on the spot.
well,
We do out here.
like
that's
that's
something
called. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, that's something that the unions set up out here for. So you can't just be sacked on the spot. You need one verbal and three written warnings, and then if they sack you, they've got to give you severance pay, which is a few weeks extra pay just to give you some money to keep you ticking over until you can find another job.
So like a
Yeah,
lot of shitty jobs here do this thing called at will employment,
Yeah.
and you sign that upon your hire, and it's a set amount of time. You know, it could be 3 months, could be 6 months, but within that time period, you could be fired for, I don't know, you wore the wrong color hat or something.
Yeah.
But like after you reach that at will employment status, it becomes much more difficult to fire an individual for any reason, even at shitty jobs.
Yeah.
Well, out here, if you get sacked on the spot, you can go to unfair dismissal tribunal, and it is a big thing. You usually end up getting something out of it. But another thing they also do too is that they provide, employees of say large companies, for example, like back when I was with First Fleet, for example, if there was a safety issue and we really needed it to get addressed, and First Fleet was one of those companies that wouldn't listen to us until things got way too far down the track. We had the right to strike. We had the right to be out the gate for 48, and we'll do it again until you fucking fix this. And we're protected. We can't be fired if it's a union-sanctioned strike. We can't be fired for it. They can't punish us. They can't dock our pay or anything like that. We still got to get paid for it.
A big
there's
problem.
There's
real quick,
protections
just-
like that.
Let him finish, Doku.
Well, I just finished. See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm almost about to finish. You got to chat on my dick!
Well, I figured you were done. I was just going to point out a big problem we have here in the United States is unions have also become political, so fired over reasons that have nothing to do with your job or your
You can get
credentials.
fired over reasons. Period.
Yeah. A couple
Yeah,
of quick
so
chats
that-
here, guys.
that is a problem.
Couple of quick chats. Harvester Sorrow, how's it going? Memes, how's it going? Welcome to the
Hey,
chat.
hey, son.
Harvester says, I promise I won't get political. 3 drinks later.
That reminds me, I got to get another beer. Fuck.
The problem is that yes, I think Brandon is right. I think we are headed for an inevitable socialist system, and the conversation isn't, well, should we or shouldn't we? Because I think I am of the mindset, as many other people are, that it's going to happen eventually. That when it does happen, what do we the people do in order to prevent it from failing as it has in the past?
Mm.
Well, so
Personally, I'd just like to see one union start up, and that's the IT's union, an Australian-style union like that. I wonder how long it'd take for everyone in Google and YouTube and all that to just go on strike because they want more money.
What'd you say? The what union?
IT, information
IT.
tech.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard OIT.
It's
Yeah,
alright,
just
man.
to see how badly Google and YouTube would get fucked up.
Okay, so when you were making the point about the fleet company, were you paying union dues out of every check?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
okay.
I am.
Yep.
We're paying union dues.
And actually, it was the employer was paying it out of our pay before we got it. So they were paying our union fees and our superannuation and all that. They deduct that before it was even.
See, and
give it
this
to
is kind
us.
of what I'm talking about. Isn't that like I mean, same difference as paying your country's tax and your your municipality's tax? Like it's like a different, smaller form of a government.
Sort of, kind of, yeah. And I have had this discussion with other drivers before. The whole idea of the union is you unite and you're all in. If you're not in,
and
well,
you
then
elect your
you can't.
leaders and you pay taxes out of your paycheck and.
Yeah, but if you are the only bloke in the yard that particularly didn't want to sign up with the union and you have a problem, well, dude, you need to join us, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, and this comes down to what I was talking about, and in regards to what Shandor's conversation on Twitter was. If you really give a damn, if you really want the low to mid tier job workers to have, as
Hey,
Yang
Goatman,
would
how's
say,
it going?
as Yang would say, a livable wage. Government does not facilitate that very well. The best thing they could possibly do is offer incentives. But at the end of the day, if you want these individuals to actually have a better livable wage, it's not going to be the taxpayer-funded salary of some government politician coming
No,
down.
it'll be factory work.
Right, but this is the difference between skilled workers and unskilled laborers.
Oh, and so this is what you need. And don't get me wrong, I'm not
You
necessarily
follow.
a fan
You
of.
follow. You follow the model of tell kids in high school about trade schools. 6
Well,
month
and-
to 6 month to 2 year trade schools. You tell
Well,
kids in high
and-
school about these programs, and that
And-
labor is
and real
in
quick-
demand right now.
Chandra, I wasn't done on this one, but this, yes, you're 100% correct. But here's the thing that needs to be addressed. When you hear people like Bernie Sanders and Alexandria
Go, man, you
Ocasio-Cortez, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Bernie Sanders start talking, no, we don't need the fucking government to sit there and fucking put mandates in place, because you know what corporations are going to do? They're going to do whatever is most profitable. Government is not going to fucking change that. Let the unions and the employers, the workers and the employers specifically, let them negotiate their salaries amongst themselves. The government should stay the hell of the fuck out of it. Because these people who work in government that are going to try to mandate these certain things through legislative acts are only going to make it more expensive, and they're only going to make it more difficult for people to get jobs. That is not the right way to go about it.
Corporation's
If you-
gonna corporate, yo.
Now look
Yeah,
what you've
but-
done, Doku. You fucking brought memes here.
You've summoned the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
So if you really, and once I'm done, I promise I will shut the fuck up. But
Please
if you
don't.
really actually do want these people to make a livable wage, then the government should stay the fuck out of it.
Yeah, but
Let-
aren't these the same people who want a nanny state?
Yeah.
So, like, if you're the kind of person who would defer to a nanny state,
Yeah.
wouldn't it make sense for them to also
Well-
defer to define a livable wage?
Yeah.
You know?
No, you're
Well,
definitely
and
right.
that's the problem, because these types of individuals are not willing to go to their employers and say, "Hey, look, I'm not earning enough. This is not a livable wage, or these aren't even good working conditions." Like,
All right,
look
Doku,
at why
you're just repeating the
unions.
same shit you just said.
Right.
I'm cutting
Like,
you off.
So Doku, thank you for summoning me here, because from what I heard is you were saying we should seize the memes of production. Should we
No.
socialize social media?
Nope, memes. You took exactly what I said the wrong way. I'm saying the government
I think
is
you
only
gave it
going
to
to
him
make
the
it
wrong
more.
way.
I mean, the wrong way
It's-
is the fun way. You know?
Exactly.
To be
It is
God damn
memes.
Fuck both of you. No, the government.
Are
The
either of
government.
us wrong?
No, the government is only going to make it more inefficient and more expensive. That's what the government is going to do. Corporations, they're in pursuit of profit at the end of the day. So if you want your workers to actually have a decent wage, let the workers and the corporations negotiate amongst themselves. The second the government gets involved, is the same kind of idea. It's the
If you want
same
the
kind of
workers to have
idea
a higher
behind.
wage, get rid of healthcare costs. That's some form of universal medicine, man.
Okay.
Thanks, Cortez.
You go ahead and pay for single payer memes. You go ahead. I'll go without a job.
You know what? You can take the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Universal Care and shove it up your butt. I am so sick of it.
I have used Romney Care. It was a little inefficient at the beginning, but you know what? We paid for it. We made.
I just got dressed down by somebody in a tunnel.
Wow.
What? Dressed down? Oh my
And
god!
what are you doing in a tunnel, son?
Right?
All right, guys, we got 10 minutes left. Cause I gotta get out of here. I can go to bed because I gotta work in the morning. But we got 10 minutes left. It probably wasn't a good idea to get Doku on this because he started going the political route. Doku, get the fuck off of Twitter for a day or two, man.
Never.
That's what he does.
Have you seen Doku on Twitter? My God.
Oh my god! Right?
Doku, you
Not
take.
even a week back, he's gone off the fucking deep end.
Goku
I'm
applied
trying to see how long it
history
takes for me to
of
get banned again.
finance.
Oh my God, dude, you were obnoxious
finance.
on Twitter.
Yeah,
Follow
finance.
Doku
Damn
on
right I
Twitter.
am.
Follow Doku on Twitter. He's obnoxious as fuck. Oh my God, he's obnoxious when it comes. Like, I'm going through my Twitter feed and I'm like, oh, okay, there's this new show coming out. I'll go check it out. There's a movie. Okay, that looks like shit. Hey, did you guys check out this video game? Nah, you know what? I'll pass. Or no, it looks cool. Or like some other people talking about their workout regimen, or other people talking about projects they're working on. And here's Doku. "Arr, we're not the conspiracy theorists, you are.
Hey, you know what? I saw Chris Yossi say something stupid to your boy Pat, and I couldn't help myself.
Oh, my God.
So you've become President Trump.
He has.
Oh, why do you think I got banned for 2.5 years? I have no chill.
Goatman,
You should know this by now.
Goatman in the chat says learn to code and puts a boob emoji in the.
Yeah, he said
chat.
boobies.
I'm working on it.
You're working on it.
I can build websites again. 20 years after I built my website.
Can you do Arduino? Legitimately, can you do Arduino? I got a project for you if you can.
Are you asking if I know how to code? Because hell no, I can copy and paste some shit and some WordPress.
Memes, you suck.
You're welcome.
This shit devolved quickly.
It does. We really do around here. That's the only thing we're good at. We're not. Good
I didn't know how fast I should be drinking. I'll drink faster.
Yeah, you got to keep up, man.
Oh yeah,
He's
you
gotta
gotta
catch
chug.
up
You gotta
first.
catch up.
That was an assumption if I ever heard one.
by
We're
my
up,
math,
we're up to triple digits, and you're not an Aussie, so no way you're fucking keeping up, son.
No, it smells like Heinz.
Well, I can't argue with that. So
Oh, man.
I can cheap out anywhere else, but I'm like, no, I gotta have my Heinz.
We'd like to call this Margaritaville, but I'm sure Jimmy Buffett would sue.
Hold on.
Pina colada, Landon.
By certain areas of the internet's critiques, does me supporting Heinz ketchup make me a globalist?
Yes, it does.
Fair enough.
do you also like the New England Patriots?
Well, duh.
Then yes, you are a globalist.
Dude,
You're
I
a
live up.
globalist to the eighth power.
I can acknowledge our privilege.
Get out of here, you dirty socialist.
I mean, ketchup buys you a bunch of good fucking Super Bowls, you know.
I think that was a whole bunch of kale milkshakes.
Hey, Jacob, how's it going? Jacob says, ever since that whole Steven Crowder versus the gay Vox guy, YouTube has been playing two ads at the same goddamn time. Fuck YouTube.
Dude, I noticed that because like it loads up like a video, and you're
I
like,
know. And what
Back
about
in,
the fucking 10-minute long? I was made to sit through an hour-long video once, a fucking hour-long
Right.
ad that I couldn't skip for the fucking Democratic Party. I'm like, I don't want to sit through this shit. I just want to
I-
watch my
Why do
Destiny
you guys
video.
not fucking use ad block? What the hell?
Yeah.
I use ad block.
oh, well, I have YouTube
Ad
Red,
blocks
too.
on my fucking Google. so I don't have to watch any of that
I mean,
shit.
Dude, I
Have you-
have like 6 different ad blockers installed. It
Have you
still
heard,
gets
like,
through somehow because it's on
the-
Chrome.
the most recent YouTube disclosure that has come out for terms or whatever.
No.
Fucking
Which
ads
one
on
are you
anything.
talking about?
It sounded pretty good.
Like I was just watching a Sargon video like a little bit ago.
Oh, where
it
they're doing the where they're revamping the copyright system.
Yeah, like yes, he was reading it basically. Obviously, he was commenting on it as well,
Right.
but yeah, there was a lot of you're not allowed to do this unless.
Basically, if you keep on false flagging folks, you ain't gonna be allowed to do it anymore.
It's because you know what? I think Monday night, maybe Tuesday night, I get out of work at 6. Tuesday night, we'll do a stream and we'll talk about how YouTube has been abused by the very people who wanted it to. They wanted to build a fucking safe space for them.
Well, I mean, it's the Harvey Dent paradox. Like you either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Yeah, Jacob says I have the Brave browser, but the convenience of the YouTube app is preferable. Yeah, no, I agree with you completely because you can take it anywhere with you. The problem with Brave that I have is that it just doesn't fucking work half the time for me.
Yeah, the functionality. Isn't that we all suffer from that ease of use.
It doesn't play with all the internet as well as others. Isn't Gabby mortal now or something?
I don't know.
Part of the federated internet, like multi-node based, so it's just self-perpetuating.
Holy
I don't know. I haven't followed Gab for a while. Like I have a Gab account. I'm never on it. Like, at all.
Is that free source? Because I know there's a lot of open source code right now.
I know that it's based on a bunch of code that they released for an API. They released API coding for it so that you can definitely use it, I think.
Is the code any good?
Should be. The site is solid.
Oh, I was just curious because that was one of Cabby's old things. He's like, so much of the crap nowadays. He's like, we did it like an art.
Rest
Something
in
to be
peace,
said for
Cabby.
that.
Everyone take a moment of silence and a drink for Cabby.
a swig.
But yeah, way to kill the mood, memes.
It literally sounded like you were speaking technobabble to me.
Oh,
God damn it,
moment.
memes.
No, there was a purpose. I will let Cabby live on through us.
Yeah,
See,
but
take that frown, turn it upside down.
but yeah, it
What-
should be fine code. Like a lot of people are building AP or building stuff with it. Jacob says I mostly use my phone to watch YouTube. At times I'll be on PC using Brave, which is as long as the computer. Which is as long as it's on the computer, I'll use Brave to watch YouTube. But I don't normally use my computer to watch videos. Yeah, I usually use my computer for video gaming. And
Word.
streaming.
Well, that's wise. Because
Yeah.
if you notice the YouTube homepage, especially on browsers such as Chrome, it looks fairly akin to the mobile version.
Oh yeah.
Plus, I mean, to play Skyrim on any other platform would be sacrilegious.
Yeah.
I like Skyrim.
The game is just it looks really nice. I can't sit through it though. I cannot sit down and play Skyrim.
You can
Go on.
you get why I keep going back to this well of Skyrim is because you can make your own experience at this point. There's so much fucking modifications to this game that that's only why am I still going back? Because it keeps getting better somehow.
Dude, see,
What
that's the future because it's fan generated within the community. That's what I see as the freaking future. Having like folks within the community actually making content based upon like the original intellectual property.
It's
and let
funny you
folks-
say that. It is the future, but I feel like eventually we'll call it the origin. Skyrim was the fucking origin. Bethesda was the fucking original. I mean,
Hey,
no matter
don't-
where it goes, but
Don't say us Dragonkin didn't bring you anything.
Fucking memes. Oh my god. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we gotta skate on out of here like Satan out of a church. So before we go, anybody have anything they want to share?
where's anyone else going to talk right now? Because I would like to keep talking to adults.
Oh, well, if you wanna hit up,
Not you. You're leaving.
yeah,
I mean, like,
if you
other
wanna
people.
stay in chat, you can stay in chat. If you want to involve yourself in another stream in about half an hour here, if I remember right, Pete should be going live with High Strangeness over on his channel, Creepy Little Book. You can check that out, or you can just
But
hang out in the chat here.
One more quick question. Like, why doesn't my name show up on this server in Discord when I am a member of the room? Like,
Because
what?
you're Nigel No Friends, that's why.
Did you scroll the window down?
Shit.
I've done the
Damn.
same thing. I'm like, why do I not exist?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna head on out of here. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks
It's
for
been
watching.
a pleasure, ladies.
It's been cool having you on, Brandon. Thanks for coming on for a little bit. So I'm gonna be.
What time Tuesday?
Oh, I have no idea yet. I'll post something in the announcements though. When I get ready to set up.
And Shandor, did you forget what we tell all of our wonderful viewers and panelists?
Oh yeah, yeet the skeet, you moist bandito.
Fucking party.
You have come out as furries. Welcome.
Oh shit!
We're not quite on the same level as you, memes.
I'm a scale.
Not yet.
Meme says he's a scaly. Oh, memes, you missed the show the other day. We'll have to talk about this some other time, but we discovered a whole new breed of furry. The rubber
Oh,
furs.
God, no. God, why did you have to fucking remind me about that?
All right,
He
ladies
keeps
and
getting
gentlemen.
roped back in. He's got to go to work in the morning.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm going to head on out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us. And as always, Doku says, fuck the critics. As always, stay metal.